There is a building in Geneva. It holds more wealth than most countries. No one is inside it right now. No tourists, no visitors, no public. Just objects, silence, and a number growing. Not because it's a secret, because you were never supposed to ask. Some systems aren't hidden. They are just built above the line where most people live. Inside this building right now, there are Picassos that no museum has ever cataloged. Gold bars that haven't been taxed in decades. Vintage Ferraris sealed in climate-controlled crates changing hands on a digital ledger. Without moving. Without crossing a border. Without triggering a single customs declaration. The assets are real. The transactions are real. The money is real. But the address, legally, is nowhere. There is a word for places like this, but we'll get into that. First, understand what's actually inside. More than 1 million works of art. Antiquities from civilizations that no longer exist. Rare wines. Loose diamonds. Objects so valuable they have never been photographed together, and objects declared missing that were never missing at all. They were here, the whole time. Yet the people who pass this building every morning have no idea what's inside it. Neither did most governments for a very long time. What makes this possible isn't corruption. It isn't crime. It's architecture, legal architecture, designed this way, on purpose, by the same governments whose laws you live under. This is a free port, not a warehouse, not a vault, not a tax haven in the traditional sense. A legal zone, a place specifically engineered to exist between tax jurisdictions, not inside any of them. The Geneva Freeport has been operating since 1888. Over 130 years, 150,000 square meters, multiple climate-controlled zones, vaults within vaults. Wings that require special government clearance to enter. And for most of that time, almost no one outside its clients knew what was inside. Researchers believe the Geneva Freeport may contain more art than the Louvre. More art than the world's most visited museum, in a building you've never heard of, a building you will never enter, that was never built for you. When an asset enters a Freeport, it leaves the customs and tax system of the country it's in. It enters a state of legal suspension. Not imported, not exported, not taxable, just present. Ghost assets, physically real, financially invisible. Think about what that actually means. You can own something worth $80 million that doesn't exist, as far as the tax system is concerned, in any country on Earth. It's not offshore. It's not hidden in a server farm. It's in a room, in a building, in a city you can visit. You just can't get in. There's a name for what happens inside these places. We'll get there. But first, understand the mechanism. A collector in Hong Kong buys a painting from a dealer in Zurich. The painting is stored in the Geneva Freeport. The transaction completes. The paperwork changes. The money moves. But the painting doesn't move an inch. No customs declaration, no import duty. No sale recorded in any public registry. A multi-million-dollar transfer, processed through a private ledger inside a legal void between two people who may never be in the same room. This is called internal trading, and it is entirely legal. Now hold that image and extend it across time. A painting enters the Freeport at $10 million. 20 years pass. It appreciates, silently, in a sealed room. It's now worth $80 million. It sells inside the Freeport, via private ledger. That $70 million in gains may never be realized in any taxable jurisdiction. This is wealth compounding in darkness, outside the sight of every public institution on Earth. The Freeport is not a loophole in the law. It is a feature of it, designed this way, maintained this way, protected actively by the states that built it. So, who uses this system? Not primarily criminals. They are collectors, hedge funds, art dealers, sovereign wealth funds, old money, new money, institutions operating entirely within the law, who have simply chosen to exist inside a layer of the economy designed for their level of assets. You don't need to break a law to use this system. You just need enough. Below a certain threshold, you live in one world. Above it, another world opens. Same laws, different access, different sovereignty, different reality. The painting didn't move. The world moved around it. Now, when oversight is absent, things disappear. Not through violence, not through drama, through paperwork, through silence, through legal architecture doing exactly what it was designed to do. In 2016, Swiss authorities investigated the Geneva Freeport following a major Antiquities scandal. What investigators found was a controlled environment containing quantities of material that had never been properly documented. Objects from the ancient world. Items that had passed through dealers who did not ask questions. Works that museums had been searching for decades, declared missing, but had never been missing. They were here, behind a door, inside a legal nowhere. The Freeport didn't break the law. The Freeport was the reason the law didn't apply. Consider what that means at the level of civilization. Cultural heritage, objects that belong to the public record of human history, placed in sealed rooms, unable to be studied, unable to be identified, unable to be reclaimed, not destroyed, locked, inside a jurisdiction that does not exist, growing in value, in the dark. This is what they call the Great Locking Away. And when the scrutiny came, when investigators arrived, when journalists published, when governments convened, the Freeport system didn't contract. It replicated. Singapore, built specifically for Asian markets, purpose-designed, state-of-the-art. Luxembourg expanded. Delaware became a quiet hub for assets moving through American legal frameworks. Monaco, Dubai, Beijing, a network of voids, growing in parallel with global wealth concentration, every decade, without pause. So the response to scrutiny was not retreat, it was replication. Economists and legal scholars who study this use one phrase: legal black hole. Not metaphor, technical description. A space where the rules of the visible world do not stop applying, they simply stop mattering. You paid taxes last year. Whatever you earned, a portion was captured, processed, visible, run through a system built to account for people at your level of assets. This isn't about envy. It's about architecture. The Freeport system doesn't affect you through theft. It affects you through erosion. When significant wealth exists outside every tax jurisdiction, the infrastructure those jurisdictions are supposed to fund is financed by the people who cannot opt out. Schools, roads, hospitals, paid for by the people for whom the other system was never built. Not because anyone stole from you, because the system has two layers, and you were born into one of them. Two realities, simultaneously true, occupying the same planet. In one, you declare assets. You cross borders with documentation. You pay what the system demands. The system sees you completely. In the other, assets move invisibly across private ledgers. Wealth compounds untaxed in sealed rooms. The nation-state has no visibility, no reach, no jurisdiction. The system cannot see what the system built to be invisible. The Freeport is not a glitch in the global system. It is not a crime against the state. It is not an accident. It is a feature. Designed, maintained, and expanded by the same nations whose laws you live under. The system you believe in created the system you were never supposed to see. There is a painting in Geneva right now. It was sold 6 months ago. Quietly, Inside the building, the new owner has never seen it in person. They may never see it. That is not the point. The point is the number attached to it, and where that number lives. Outside your tax system, outside your visibility, outside your economy, inside a sealed room, in a building that is legally nowhere, in a network of voids that spans every continent on Earth, growing, invisible, permanent. The world you live in is real. So is the one behind that door. But you don't have a key. You were never meant to know the door was there. And the door does not care either way.